We are drinking Aberlour Abanar. This is Aberlour is we did the 12 as a sherry cask, like compared to the Macallan. Aberlour. Aberlour. Aberlour Abanar. Why is it never stop being funny? Aberlour Abanar.
All right, go. I'm not gonna do it. I'm
tired. And I smell bad. I put a jacket on because I smell so bad. I'm trying to help Rex out.
So we have this huge lunch. We kill an entire bottle of wine.
Get lunch.
We get back and then we proceed to walk 100 damn miles and 104 degrees.
It was 103 index and 48% humidity. And we hiked the hills of South Austin
because
for like an hour.
We had to walk the perimeter of the campus.
We're looking for some new building sites and things like that. Okay, so this is super cool. Here's a random one because we're about to drink a high proof whiskey, right?
Ooh.
So Aberlour was founded by James Fleming in the 19th century. The name Aberlour means chattering. Mouth of the chattering burn. Basically, it was the name they gave to the river, the little creek that runs through there.
Yeah.
Called the Lour.
This smells strong.
And it's 62%, I think, or 60. It's 61.2%. Now, and this is a specific batch. This is batch number 56. Now, back in the day, did you know that they actually, in 1915, during World War I, they limited the maximum amount of alcohol content in whiskey to 37% to try to cure drunkenness?
That's not gonna do it.
Yeah. And then they raised it to 40% in 1917.
When people can still get drunk on Bud Light.
Yeah, and then they eventually removed that, but 40 became the standard for whiskey because of 1917 ruling. Before that, most whiskey was just bottled from the barrels, and you didn't water it down.
Macallan.
Blocked by the bottle. All right, so anyway, that's why we have that 40% as your standard whiskey rule. Actually, very interesting. Now, this whiskey is modeled in what year was it? 75. 1975. They're doing construction on Aberlour, and the workers knock down a wall and find a time capsule from 1898.
Wow.
And they find a bottle of Aberlour from 1898, cask strength Aberlour. Sherry cask finish, because that was pretty much the standard back then. They drink half the bottle because they're Scottish, right? While they're doing that...
Mine.
Yeah,
that's mine.
They just start drinking a 100-year-old bottle of whiskey. Like, hey, we found whiskey. Open it. Pour some.
Finders keepers.
Yeah. The master distiller shows up and catches them. Hey, what are you guys doing? And he stops them, rescues the rest of the bottle, and they used that to create this flavor profile. So the Aberlour Abanar is their attempt to recreate an 1898 bottle of Aberlour.
Okay, so here's
plums.
Absolutely plums, but really like super ripe.
Yeah, overly ripe.
Overly ripe. Super saturated. Big
orange.
And this is a little ironic, counterintuitive. Whenever there's a whiskey that's really big and loud and aggressive, it's so much being thrown at me, I often have trouble picking out the various flavors in there. Because bam! It's just loud, screaming, and it's trying to...
You know what it tastes like?
You know what it's like? Shut your filthy hole. It's
red
like, you're wrong.
Red vermouth.
Okay, maybe. It's like a heavy metal song, and you're trying to pick out the lyrics in a heavy metal song. There's just so much noise. Just a wall. Right, it's like, what are they, what is going on? What are they saying in there? And it's not unenjoyable, but I feel like, let's tone it down. There's some complexity and nuance, surely, that's going on in here that I am not even getting close to touching whenever it's just straight out.
That's a little better. The smoke comes out a little bit better in that. So, I'm talking about vermouth. Like, there's two kinds of vermouth, and my mind's going blank right now.
Spicy cinnamon.
So there's your...
I almost got like a rye note.
What's the vermouth in martinis?
I almost got a rye note on the aftertaste.
It's a dry vermouth? I can't believe I can't remember this. I drank martini last night. Anyway, there's a red vermouth, and that's what this reminds me of.
Mm-hmm. You know what? There's a theme with the comments that you pick out.
They're all always make me look good.
How to screw with Rex?
Yes, this is a good one. Hey, you want to change that pattern? You pick your own damn comments.
Hello, oh distinguished one.
Yes, yes. I assume you're talking to me.
You too, Rex. Out of the hundreds of comments, you picked the ones that really just take a hot shit on me, which is pretty funny.
Aberlour. I got it out.
Yeah, you did. And it was horribly pronounced. Hoping you can settle a discussion, in quotations, about different expressions of Johnny Walker. A co-worker who claims to be a whiskey connoisseur says that the only difference between the colors is the label itself. Dude, even I know that's
bullshit.
That there isn't really a difference between the colors except price, and that it's just an excuse to charge more for people who don't know better. I disagree. Please help settle this matter. Whoever was incorrect has to drink a dram of Rebel Yell. Richard Jones,
your buddy is drinking Rebel Yell.
Yeah, that guy's so wrong.
I kind of want to try Rebel Yell now. We have some. I've never actually opened the bottle.
Rebel Yell and then 2 different Johnny Walkers.
So we're not going to drink 3 more whiskeys at the end of the day.
We have to. Wait, you can't just tell him he's wrong. We have to prove.
I'm going to tell him what they are. Are you ready?
So the double black.
Okay, so red. Johnny Walker Red's the base level. It's just blended Scotch, which means it's a mixture of grain and single malts.
Yeah. It's
up to like 35 different distilleries. And it's their cheapest one, and it's sort of meant to be for mixing, among other things, right? It's a sipper, but it's a on the rocks mixing Scotch.
Right.
Black is their next one. It's 12 years old at least. Double Black is a non-age statement version of the black that's heavy on the peaty whiskeys.
Mm-hmm.
Green is next. It's blended malts instead of blended Scotch, which means it's only single malts. And it's at least 15.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going from memory, so if I get this wrong, correct it in the comments. After green is gold. Gold used to be a minimum of 18 or 15, depending on the year.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's a no age statement, but a specialty blend of a couple dozen single malts, I think. Then you get to platinum. Platinum is now minimum 18, replaced the gold.
Right.
And then I can't remember the blue. Now, blue used to be, it was a minimum of like 25 years old or something. It's the one most people know as the expensive Johnny Walker. It can be $200 a bottle. It's one of the most expensive blended whiskeys in the world, unless you start including Compass Box blends.
So an easy way, a relatively inexpensive way to prove your buddy wrong is get the red and the double black. Those are going to be immediately obviously different.
So different.
Yeah.
So different.
All right, so where's this Rebel Yell that you've been...
I don't know that it's any good. I've never opened it.
Did you forget that you had mentioned that whiskey?
I think you're going to wish I'd forgotten. All right. Yeah, you know what? To take the edge off of your friend's disappointment, because he considers himself an expert.
We will suffer with him.
And people who consider themselves to be experts...
They're the worst.
They usually get their feelings hurt really easily.
They're the worst.
And so you're going to want to let him down easy, right? So I tell you what, just make your friend watch us drinking Rebel Yell with him.
Yeah.
So Rebel Yell is it's Kentucky whiskey. It's a straight bourbon. That means it's at least 4 because...
Is it this one?
No, that's mine. That's the sherry. Put that down.
The color looks...
These are it, right here.
Oh, you got 2. Why would you do 2?
Because we're going to drink it together. It's at least 4 because they can call it straight bourbon and there's no age statement. So it's at least 4. It's made in Kentucky. I don't know anything about it because I haven't researched it other than that comment hearing it. So, to your buddy, sorry we just ringed you in front of everybody and told you, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
And now you're going to drink Rebel Yell with us.
We'll be idiots right along with you.
Yeah, we'll drink it with you. Cheers.
It's like,
I don't mind it.
It's like a sour woody water.
Yeah, it really is.
It's a sour woody water.
Sour wood water.
Yeah.
And a non-euphemistic meaning.
Dude, I just got sketchy right there.
Yeah, it did.
You go that a lot of different ways with that one.
Do we have to have a second sip? Okay, there you go. All right. Do you feel better yet?
I wonder.
You poor sad bastard.
Can I unmooch? Like, if you put it down and you're not looking, can I pour some into your glass?
I think that might be a part of the mooch code, that you pawn off you don't like.
Hey, that could... This is a brave new world of
You get credit for a gifting by getting rid of things you don't like.
Yeah.
And that's part of the mooch code.
Yeah.
I could teach the mooch class.
Go f*** yourself.
You! All right, back to Aberlour.
How many whiskeys have you mooched from me?
1!
What?
You brought Wisers to the vault. He brought like a $5 Canadian whiskey.
No, here's the thing. It was $17.
Oh!
And have you checked your wallet since then?
Oh, no. Damn it.
Yeah, a little bit.
I think you've been taking notes from Katie on bringing name brand recognition gifts.
Yeah, so we have a Wisers now. I don't think it's the amazing one, but we'll...
No, it's just the Wisers Deluxe, which for them is like the generic Wisers.
It's the $17 one.
$17 bottle. That Aberlour is so much better.
It is, man. It's the Woodwater.
The Woodwater, not
Good luck with that.
All right, well, till tomorrow, may your crazy stay this side illegal. You got a quote.
Peter Schumacher.
Peter Schumacher. Oh, of course he would.
AKA...
All right, are you ready?
Are
you ready? Till tomorrow, may your crazy stay this side illegal.
May you return to us with a new bottle before this one is empty.
Cheers.
Hey, thanks for hanging out with us in the Whiskey Vault. Don't forget to throw in a like, hit that subscribe button on the bottom right, and drop a question or comment down below.